Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of the Tammy and Wanda Show.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
Not yet. It's still November.
God damn it. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
It's all this holiday shit. I mean, they tell you get your Christmas shit done early.
I mean, listen, I'm one of those people that gets all of my shopping done by like the first week of December. And I have it all wrapped by the second week of December. And then that's when I decorate because then it's like a week before Christmas. And then bake.
I did have a conversation with my mom because my birthday is 2 weeks before Christmas.
What was that like growing up?
God, it was horrible.
Because, like, do they combine presents? Or do you get separate presents, but less?
See, when I was younger, I would get separate presents. Because they didn't want me to feel like my birthday was neglected because it's right before a holiday. So I would always have like my Christmas party, my birthday party, the first week of December.
Oh yeah.
So like they would always try to do something fun. But as the older I get, and the more I don't give a shit. I made a rhyme. As the older I get and the more I don't give a shit. Take it, Dr. Seuss.
You heard it here first, folks.
We have decided to put it together.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I mean,
like my mom this year, she was like, I know that your birthday is always your birthday. No, she didn't say that. But she was like, this year, is it okay if we just put your birthday and Christmas presents together? I was like, I don't care.
I don't think I would mind that. I mean, you're still getting the presents.
Oh, yeah. But when I was younger, I was petty as fuck.
Well, I mean, when you're a kid, you want them to be separate because like they're separate.
That's why at Christmas I had less presents because I just got presents.
And they're like, how can we buy more shit for this kid we just bought 14 weeks ago?
Normally my sister would be extremely jealous because she's born in November. Actually, her birthday was on Tuesday. It always is. It's always on Tuesday. because she was
always
born
on Tuesday.
It's always on Tuesday because her birthday's on election day.
Oh my God.
November 2nd is my sister's birthday, so she's
That's
an election
so weird.
baby.
You say that because, okay, so my grandfather, my mom's dad, and my cousin Ryan, hi Ryan.
Hi Ryan.
Are both born on November 2nd also. So
That
that's
is
so funny.
And of course my uncle is the day before Halloween.
Okay.
He's October 30th.
My Aunt Lisa, and also, hi Aunt Lisa.
Hi Aunt Lisa.
Is October 31st. And then my dad's cousin Roxanne, I believe, is also.
You know what's really funny is that Sean's
31st.
mom is born December 31st.
Oh, jeez.
So she celebrates it either on that night or on the 1st. So she's got the
starting
best
the new year as the next oldest
has,
person.
She kind of has the best of both worlds.
A little bit. Because we got the best of both worlds. Hannah Montana. Yes.
My grandpa, when he was still living, he was December 26th.
Oh, geez. I think I would hate that.
So let's talk about less presents, guys. Who wants to talk about less presents then?
Yeah, that's awful. I was very lucky.
We literally got him happy birthday cards, like, and he opened them on Christmas Day.
Oh my gosh. Once you're older, though, you kind of don't care as much about that kind of stuff.
I just want to know how his household was when he was younger.
Because it's just more painful as a kid.
They're just like, you get cold for Christmas, but here's all your birthday presents for birthday.
This is why I enjoyed having a summer birthday, because every 6 months I got a bunch of presents.
Hey, my parents were getting busy in the summer.
See? Wait, let me do math. That means that November.
Yep.
I was conceived in November. Ew. It's November. Ew.
Happy conception month.
We should make that a thing.
I know, Can we do a happy conception month?
And do a party with like a cake and confetti and
If your
shit.
cake looks like sperm. And the cupcakes are eggs.
And be like,
Oh, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints,
well, you
guys.
know that they do like period parties now, which I would have been
There are-
mortified by as a child.
Oh my God, if my mother gave me a period party, I would probably slap her.
I remember whispering, "Don't tell Dad." So, like, why the fuck would I want to party with all my friends and family being like, she's bleeding out of her beach?
I mean, all
You're
of my friends got their wonderful red flower before I did. And I asked my mom, what's wrong with me?
Nothing. You don't want it yet.
That's basically what she told me.
You do.
Oh, man. Yeah, conception time would have been, because she was pregnant during the summer. So, of course, both me and my sister were probably late spring babies.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to remember that for, like, March or April. Happy conception.
Oh, man. Mom, don't tell me it was around your birthday. She's April 7th.
Oh, no. Birthday sex, babies. Oh, no. We're pretty sure Graydon was January.
Well, of course, it had to have been around the same time because what happened was me and my sister, when it came to birth times, we had swapped roles. She was actually supposed to be a December baby. I was supposed to be a November baby. I was supposed to be born on Thanksgiving. So I'm kind of glad I wasn't, especially since we got the diagnosis about my grandma on Thanksgiving. I would hate my birthday.
Oh, that would be awful.
That would be horrible.
Be awful.
But yeah, I was supposed to be born on Thanksgiving. I guess, like, the story that my mom always tells me is that she was sitting with my dad's family for Thanksgiving. And every time that she would try to reach for something, she's like, oh. And they're like, oh my God, is it time? She's like, no, just pass the potatoes.
And what they don't tell you, okay, people who have never had children, by the time you're as big as she had to have been at Thanksgiving, yes. Okay? Because I know when your actual birthday is, that wasn't too long after Thanksgiving.
That was...
And you go, okay, well, it's uncomfortable. So every move you make, even if it's just an inch forward, you're like, oh, God. And it feels like you're getting stabbed in places you didn't know you had. Like, being pregnant's an adventure. And I don't miss it. But I do love what comes from it. It's just the experience of having to share your body with an alien, because that's what it looks like, moving around. You're like, no, I'm good. I'm all right.
Oh, yeah. I actually, like, with family photos and stuff, and of course, you know, this is way before social media and phones and cameras. Because, I mean, I don't think we had a camcorder until I was younger. Until I was little.
Yeah. My dad was a tech nerd. Apparently that runs in the family. And we had one of those big crazy ones.
Oh, yeah.
With the VHS tape in it. So that was our first one. And I was small when he got that.
But there are pictures of my foot pushing out of my mom's belly, and also an elbow, because apparently I was sucking my thumb the whole time.
The boy, you like to stick his elbow and or foot, depending on where he was at the time, in my rib cage.
Of course he would.
Mm-hmm. That hasn't changed, by the way.
He still does it, guys.
11 years old, he still sticks his feet in my face, so that's not any different.
But yeah, I mean, it really sucks being a holiday baby.
Yeah.
Like, it does. It does.
I mean, technically, I am a holiday baby. I was born on Bastille Day.
Ooh.
It's just not a U.S. holiday. That's fine, though.
I was close to a U.S. holiday. God, what if I was born on Boxing Day? That would have been interesting.
Do you know what's weird?
My mom would have died at that point.
Boxing Day, yeah, that's like the end of January, isn't it? She'd have been like, get this fucking thing out of
my God, she's like 3 months old, get her out.
She's 17 pounds. How did that happen?
Yeah, luckily, since I was 2 weeks late, do the math, guys. 2 weeks late, I still only weighed 7 pounds.
Oh my God, the kid was almost 10.
I'm surprised my mom did not have a 10-pound baby. My uncle was 10 pounds.
I was lucky I had a C-section. They pulled him out. I didn't have to push it.
My grandma gave Natural birth to a 10-pound baby.
God bless her.
Bless her heart. She did
God.
great. She took a lot.
Woo.
She took a lot in the cooter, guys.
That's... Speaking of taking a lot in the cooter, what is your least favorite holiday?
Oh, God, my least favorite holiday, besides Thanksgiving, like, I love Thanksgiving. Food, family, all that jazz. But with it being so close to, you have Thanksgiving and then, whoop, Christmas.
Yeah. Christmas overshadows. Like,
but I do have to say Valentine's Day.
Same. And I'm going to apologize to both of my stepdaughters right now because they're both redheads. But Thanksgiving is the redheaded stepchild of all the holidays. And you can fight me on it, but it gets the most overlooked because we basically go from Halloween to Christmas.
It's a middle child.
It is.
And
it's the ignored middle child. It's
Thanksgiving has middle child syndrome, guys.
I need attention!
And that's like, that is the most stressful, like Thanksgiving is the most stressful holiday.
Yeah.
If you think about it. Christmas, all you have to do is get up in your pajamas, let those kids rip the shit out of all the boxes and everything, and maybe at some point you guys will be going to family events.
Yeah.
I mean, the older I got and the more my family separated, the less we spent with family. But, I mean, you go from home to home, but it's not as stressful as Thanksgiving. When you're trying to make an 8-course meal for a family of 20.
See, I gotta tell you, my experience of those are different. I kind of hate Thanksgiving because I'm not hosting, and my dad always does a wonderful job, and that's not what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah.
I bring a couple dishes. He does all the work. We go to their house, and then, we try to see my in-laws also that day at some point, but that's like our thing is we go over there, and then my mom and I, for the stores that do open on Thanksgiving, we ditch the boys. They watch football. We run out, and we shop and get some Christmas stuff, last-minute Christmas shopping done.
Yeah.
But I also hate it because I kind of like the fact that I host Christmas and everybody comes to see me. But that is me cooking an 8-course meal and a whole turkey and all that. But I think I like the hustle and the bustle and the being able to just wake up in my own house and smell turkey and like know that I'm going to open presents. And it's just happy and joyous and fun. And there's none of that. Thanksgiving, I just like wake up and I watch the same parade I watch every year.
Oh,
and nobody
God.
cares but me. And I'm like corralling the kid and the husband. And I'm like, come watch it with me. Oh, I don't care. And I'm going, oh my God, the Backstreet Boys are on it again. And I'm like fangirling.
That's my mom. Like when I was younger, I would sit and I would watch it because I was like, oh, this is so cool. And my mom's like, oh my God, just come in here and watch it with me. And I'm like, I don't want to watch it anymore.
No.
It's just the same thing over and over again.
You get past like the third balloon and the second marching band and you're like, all right, I think I'm good.
I'm like,
this is every other parade I've ever seen.
How many more balloons do we have? Why do we have so many commercials? But now it's become a tradition in our house to watch the dog show.
Oh my God, the dog show's the best part. Afterwards, because you're eating like a light lunch before, because we always eat Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm the one who always cooks dinner, so I've snacked throughout the day. So when it comes to Thanksgiving, like putting out the dinner at 4:00, it's like I'm done. I just ate all of these.
And I like football, but they never have teams I want to watch playing.
Oh yeah.
While we're watching or while we're eating, so it's like I don't care about either of these teams. Why in the hell am I watching this game?
Oh, I know. No, I remember the times, like, vaguely, when we would go to my grandma's house. And, of course, this is way after my grandpa had passed away. But just going into that house with my dad's family and just hearing all the yelling and screaming. They're like, no, you're wrong. I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to cook. No, well, we're just going to stay out here and we're just going to watch the football game. Us kids are like, do you want to go outside and throw a football? Okay, let's do that.
And the one TV show that made me almost like Thanksgiving was Friends. Because they had the iconic Thanksgiving episode. They never really did a lot of Christmas episodes, but they always did that Thanksgiving episode.
Well, yeah, because the Christmas, they were always on hiatus, so they
Right.
would never have to do, like, a blowout Christmas.
But a lot of shows do it, like, early, and then they air it, and so they're actually filming the Christmas episode in, like, September. And so, like, it just was so much fun. The best one of that whole series is the one where they're playing football outside, which is what triggered me to remember that.
Yeah.
And Ross and Monica are laying out there for the Geller Cup.
Yep.
And everybody else is eating.
Yep.
And that's like the most iconic one because Rachel sucks at football, and it's just, she's me in that episode. I don't mind watching it. I am not good at playing it. Although, back in the day, my friend Katie and I used to work at the College of Worcester dining services, and all of our friends did, but her and I would sometimes play touch football with some of the other kids on the staff, and I was a really good tackler.
Oh, nice.
That's what I'm good at.
See, as a kid and growing up with a lot of male cousins, you tend to be a Monica Geller.
Yeah.
I would have had the Geller Cup.
Well, I was a bully when I was younger, and so I was kind of a tomboy, and that's what we have in common, is we used to be tomboy bully kids. And
I mean, when you're having a conversation with the teacher every other week about you need to stop kicking the guys in the balls, and
I was never that.
I was
that open with it, but that did happen.
They're like, "How about you play soccer instead?
Kick something, kick a ball, and actually do something for you."
These kids need to have children someday.
Yeah, we need the future of the human race. Please, can you stop?
I'm like, what's that over there? Bam!
Kazinga. So that's fun, and
good times ahead.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Oh God, I have to say stuffing, because like I don't eat stuffing every. Like, if you think about it, like, normally I have, like, a turkey burger or, like, cut turkey. But I never have stuffing all the time.
I don't do stuffing at all. I'll make it, and other people like my stuffing. It's stovetop, by the way, because I'm cheap and lazy.
Oh, I make mine from scratch. Like, I go to my mom's house. Now that since I'm not living with her, I will actually take all of my stuff, get the crock pot out, and put everything in.
Oh, yeah. You got to do it in a crock pot or it's not good. That's right. That's the key.
That's right.
Store-bought or homemade, crock pot.
Crock pot. I mean, stuffing, because I don't have it all the time.
Do you stuff it up the ass of the bird also?
No, I do not, because I fear for salmonella.
We always put a little bit up there, but it's because we don't really eat that part of it. Yeah. Like, some people kind of do that come over, but we do it more so that the turkey has, like, an even cooking surface. Mm-hmm. So there's not some weird cavity that's just, like, sucking up all the heat. Yeah. It cooks more evenly with something shoved inside it.
See, what I like to do is I like to put butter in there.
I mean, I cook more evenly when I got something shoved there, too.
I mean, so do I.
Jokes.
So do I.
Jokes.
I mean, when I'm circling on a spit.
So many campfire jokes.
But literally, I shit you not, I put a shitload of.
See, I slather my shit in butter on the top, so yes. I totally get it.
See, what I do,
it in butter.
Like, what I do is I clean the turkey.
Oh, yeah, you gotta wash the bitch.
You gotta wash the bitch, you gotta get all that gizzards out. See, my mom has this tradition thing. I don't know where she got it from. Whatever. It might have been growing up on the farm with my great-grandma and grandpa, but she never lets anything, like, go. So I have to put all the gizzards in a pan and cook that shit up for her for a lunch.
My dad used to use the gizzards as how he'd make the gravy, and then he'd strain it, and that would be the gravy, which has good flavor. So there's something to it.
She doesn't eat any piece of the neck. So
the neck's nasty. Neck Anybody that eats the neck.
So she eats the kidneys, the liver, and the heart.
I mean, People eat cow tongue, so there are weirder things happening in this universe, all right?
I mean, every time I watch her, like, I pull that stuff out, and she's like, oh, don't forget to put that on the stove. I'm like, I know. She's like, is it done? And then she's like, this is a good snack before the actual dinner. I'm like, I don't know how you do it. But then what I do is that after I'm all done cleaning her, then I put some seasoning on that skin, and then I rip the skin away from that breast.
Yeah.
That's right. Well,
that way it falls off.
Well, yeah. And then I stuff mixed seasoned butter into the skin, under the skin.
I don't do that, but I think I want to try that this year.
Yeah, it makes the breast more tender.
Awesome.
And your skin is crispier.
Ooh.
And all those seasons stay in there, making it nice and juicy.
I like a juicy turkey.
And let me tell you, when I open up that bag, she's like, legs wide open.
Now, do you make it in the oven? Because I like using a roaster pan.
I do. I like to put it in the oven, and I do like to use a roaster pan.
I like the roaster pan because the ease of cleanup. Because you just pull it up. And
listen, I use the tinfoil kind.
Oh, shit.
Just throw that shit out.
Well, I have one that's reusable, but I line that bitch with so much foil. So all you do is you empty the fat into something that you throw away.
Yep. And
then you really just have to wipe it out.
Look at that, guys. You're starting to get some Thanksgiving ideas from us.
Because you know what? Foil is... Spending the money on foil is so much cheaper, and it helps it get crispy. That's my trick for crisp.
Yeah.
So, and then you tent it.
All right. So now the next question is pies.
I am not a pie person. I'm going to put that out there for you guys. I hate pie unless it's chocolate pie.
See, that's how I am. I grew up having silk pie and pumpkin pie and apple pie and all the pies. Because when my parents separated, I didn't see a lot of my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were together, I remember there was a lot of silk pie, like chocolate silk pie, at my grandma's house. So when we would be on my dad's side of the family, there was like a lot of chocolate silk. So I would always eat all that before I would eat the pumpkin pie or anything like that.
Well, yeah.
And of course, with my dad's side being bigger, like they would always bring more stuff. So of course they'd bring like apple pie and all that shit. But then we would just go to my mom's family, and my grandma, oh God, from the moment she woke up to the moment she went to bed, she was still cooking. She cooked the pies the night before.
Oh yeah. When you're hosting, that's what you do. Yeah. You do the desserts a day or two ahead of time.
She made sure to get the deviled eggs ready.
Oh yeah.
All those little mini snacks all ready. So when she got up at fucking 6 a.m., she was putting that bird in the oven.
Oh yeah. And you know what you do? Fun turkey tip. You get it out of the freezer 3 days before.
3 days before, guys.
And you put it in the fridge and just let it slowly come down to the fridge temperature.
Yeah.
And then I like to put mine in warm water the night before.
Okay.
Just in the sink. And then when you're ready to cook it, you only really have to cook it for about 4 hours. Because it's already defrosted, and then it's so juicy when you let it slowly come down.
Oh, yeah.
From being cold.
That's the way that I do it. Normally I go 3 or 4 days before before Thanksgiving and get the turkey.
Got to stick that shit in a bowl though, because those things stick to the shelves of your fridge. So
or a cookie sheet. Normally we put it on a cookie sheet.
Just so it sticks to something that you can rip off of it easily, as opposed to the shelf in your fridge. Yeah, that's my fun fact.
But of course, my grandma did everything from scratch. She was just...
Both of my grandmothers did the same thing. I think that was just kind of like a grandma thing. But
yeah. Well, I mean, they were raised in a time where everything was made from scratch.
Did yours also drink buttermilk straight out of the container when they were
hell
baking?
Yeah. I mean...
Shit's so gross.
My mom always tells me, of course, growing up on a farm, she was like, I drink milk from the cow. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, that's so gross.
Mom used to go out on her grandparents' farm and get chicken eggs, and she's like, chickens are mean.
Oh, chicken eggs. Fun story, guys. My grandma, she walked out to their chicken coop, to get, eggs for breakfast
Eggs
before
and
they
stuff.
went to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was fairly dark because it was early in the morning.
Right.
But there was something going on in the chicken coop, and she heard like a thunk, and she turned the light on, and there was snakes falling from the rafters.
Oh, God.
And a snake that was trying to eat a chicken.
And it probably succeeded because...
I'm certain it did, but that was a reason why she was deathly scared of snakes.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, I don't mind a snake, especially boas. Boas are harmless and adorable and so cute. And I don't mind like a garden snake, but there are some snakes I am not a big fan of. And
yeah, I have no idea what type of snake she was messing with.
Farm snake.
When my mom told me that story, because we went to South Carolina one year, and I had found like this toy snake, like it was like a wooden snake that would go by itself, like you would hold the back of it.
Yes, I remember those.
And so I was just like, hey, look at this, and my grandma just went white, and my mom pulled me aside, and she was like, never do that again. And I was
and
like...
you didn't know at the time,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, because then she was like, your grandma is deathly scared of snakes, and I mean, it was our first time in South Carolina, so I was like 12.
Yeah. You didn't know.
And of course, the older I got, the more I realized how much I hate snakes.
I don't know if I could have lived that farm life.
I don't know. I've been like, oh, hell no. Mom, you're going to go out there and get them. You know how to take care of the snakes.
I got to tell you, 50s housewives and all the women that we've learned from in our lives that were like...
Bless them.
I make one recipe from scratch every year, and it's my grandmother's sugar cookie recipe. And I love it, but I eat the shit out of it so much at Christmas time that I don't want it the rest of the year.
Oh, I know.
And it makes like 7 dozen cookies.
Oh.
And they're so good, but I feel like I am bathing in flour for like an entire day.
Man,
it sucks.
I just don't have time to bake anymore.
And that's just goddamn cookies. And you figure, these women were making cookies of, like, multiple kinds.
Oh, yeah.
Pies and dinner.
Candies.
And candies. Oh, my God.
Candies.
Fucking hot, hard candy. And you cut it and you burn the shit out of your fingers. And they'd be like, stop complaining and just cut it. And
Peanut brittle. That was one of the things my grandma would make all the time.
That was fun, at least. Because you just take the hammer and you can hit it and it breaks it apart.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I did spend a lot of time with my grandma in the kitchen.
I think that's something that Gen Z isn't really getting a lot of. Since we like to talk generational stuff.
It's a lost practice.
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to sew from both grandmothers, and I learned how to bake from both grandmothers, and it's like, I'm trying to teach the kid a lot of this stuff, and the girls will come over and they'll bake with us, and it's like...
and what really stinks is that, my kids don't have their great-grandparents. Mm-hmm. Because all of my grandparents are gone.
They're just gone. I lost all of mine very young, too, so it's like, I envy... My older stepdaughter has two babies, and they get hubby's parents. Like, they get great-grandparents and, like, 3 sets of grandparents.
And that's really what's lost. It's a lost culture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really sucks.
And you go, they missed out on all this cool stuff, like learning how to... those same sugar cookies, I won an award in Girl Scouts on a bake-off. We put... Fun fact, guys, if you know a good sugar cookie recipe, use whatever one you like. I'm not giving you mine. It's a family secret. But you put like a layer of melted baking chocolate on top of the sugar cookie. And then you put peppermint extract in whatever kind of icing you guys like. I use cream cheese frosting for mine. And you put mint extract in it. And then you whip it till it's real fluffy with a little bit of green food coloring. And you have thin mint sugar cookies.
That is so cool.
They were so good. Because peppermint is the new pumpkin spice.
It really is.
So.
Let the spice flow, guys. Let the spice flow.
I am not a pumpkin spice person, by the way.
Me either.
Every year.
I can't.
Every year I buy one. Because all of my friends who love it, you see all the...
It's that peer pressure.
You see the Uggs and the flannels, and they're like, it's starting to get cold. I'm going to have a pumpkin spice. Basic white bitch stuff. And you go, I'm a basic white bitch in most cases too.
I just gotta try it.
Maybe I'll like it this time. Or maybe if I go with like a latte instead of a straight coffee with the syrup, maybe I'll like it.
Nope.
And I always want to puke halfway through. And I'm like, why in the fuck did I do this? Again, do it every year. But you know what I love? Mint. And I have to do a shout out to my local Dunkin', because we love Dunkin' on this podcast, as you guys know. Our local one that we both go to. The guy who wanted to pet Ty Bear the one day. I don't know if it was you or Kayla that was with me, but I had Ty in the car and he wanted to pet him, and he loves me. I have been ordering mint tea because I haven't been feeling well. And by the way, mint tea there, bomb. Get it. He's like, my mint tea buddy's here. And he's the only one that's allowed to make it because he won't let anyone else make it for me but him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And this morning he yelled at the kid that made it for me because he's like, that's my mint buddy. You don't steal her from me. But seriously, their mint tea with a little bit of honey. It's better than the medicine ball from Starbucks.
Ooh.
Because the medicine ball has more of a lemon thing to it.
It does. It has heated up lemonade.
Which is good, and it really helped me at first. But this is what Dunkin' has over Starbucks with this cool mint tea is you get 2 tea bags, first of all, and it doesn't need sweetener.
I do enjoy
so when you drink
tea bags.
It most women do. You go up and it clears out your nasal passages and everything, and it like soothes everything.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just so good.
It is the season, guys.
So go out and get you a mint tea or a peppermint mocha.
Now, of course, to our fellow listeners, it is the holidays, so there might be some hit and miss weeks that we have, and of course, we all know that it's 6 season too.
And we will announce next time. It's that Tammy is not so good when she doesn't feel good with multitasking, so we apologize for what you missed us on.
Please bear with us.
But we will be taking a hiatus. We'll announce it before it happens or as
Absolutely.
it happens, so you guys are aware. But I think next time we might be talking to someone special. We're trying to work out the deets now.
A special guest on here talking about their published book.
So, that's right. We know people.
That's
important
right.
people.
We know important people on this podcast.
I know it doesn't look like it because we're dressed ridiculously, but you know what?
But you know what? This is our show, not yours. Get over it.
We do what we want here.
Get over it.
So speaking of do what you want, we're at the end of this episode. So please check us out on social media everywhere. I'm not going to go through all of them. You guys know.
Literally, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We might be at your back door knocking, telling you to listen to our podcast.
So check us out next time. We'll see you then.
Bye!